show that can match it. Hard to name another show that can match it. Everybody from classy to ratchet. Heat fans like Jamaal keep the flame alive. Dennis Lee got the lake show locked in 5 to Dub K to Augusta GA. Talk everything from NBA to anime. Chat like homies or debate like enemies. It's all fun and games, just match my energy. Just match my energy. Just match my energy. Yeah.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to episode 40 of the Match My Energy podcast. It's your boy Dennis Lee, aka DINO Fit Dennis.
Yes, sir. It's your boy Jamaal, JC2 Bless. Back at it.
We are
Another
back.
Week, episode 40, man. Before we get started, y'all like, comment, subscribe, share. We're gonna have a lot of conversations today, so give us your feedback down below. Share. We coming for it. So yeah, man. How your week been, bro?
Pretty good. Actually, so they got this group. I think they may have them in other cities, of course, I'm pretty sure. So there's this Facebook group called Wichita Area Black Dollars Matter.
Okay.
So in there, people can go, hey, like if you're looking for like a black hairstylist, or hey man, where's some good soul food spots, or looking for a trainer. You may not even just say black, but like since it's in that group, you kind of know, hey, I'm looking through my people first, looking to spend the dollar in our community first, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I used to always be in that group, like, hey guys, anybody looking for a trainer, or hey, in this group only, trying to get the help of, or trying to basically like, hey, God, help me out, or not even just help me out, but like, hey, I'm here if you don't need me. Yeah, put myself on there more. But I noticed like mine wouldn't really get that much traction. But I see other trainers and gym owners or whoever get a lot of attention. And I'm just like, I know how Wichita works. It's a bit of like sometimes it can feel like a popularity thing, which I don't mind. I get it. Like that's anywhere,
That's how I go, no matter where you at.
Yeah, so I don't take it personal. Plus, I'm very big on focus on who supports you and not and don't focus on who doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I just kind of backed off from posting in there. But then every once in a while, people will post, hey, looking for a trainer. And then some of my clients that I have that's rocking with me, that love me, will tag me in those posts. I'm like, oh shoot, let me go look in here. Okay. And I'll just say, and I won't really like stress it. It's fine if they go with somebody else on that in the post or whatever. And I'll just put, hey, definitely affordable yet effective. I'm here to help. Let me know. Back out.
Right.
And the last couple times, dude, I've been getting people actually going, hey, so what are your, like out of all the people on the thing, that person that made the post will reach out. And I'm like, man, this is pretty cool. It's cool to finally seeing that, I understand that if you just if you just finally like just kind of stay focused and you put good out, good will come back, And so because of those relationships I had with those clients or with those people, sometimes it just happens like that. And so I got a new one coming in on Monday. I had a couple new ones over the past couple weeks, and it's been feeling pretty good, especially because like I had some clients that I had for like a long time, just like, stop coming. And I don't think it was like anything personal or anything like that. I think it's just, after a while, people leave, whatever, or they finances. And I also understand that we're going through like a tough time economically in this country, so if someone has to choose between groceries and car insurance and personal training, I know which one's going to get cut out. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that. But, I just stay positive and I just don't let it bother him. It's like, well, that was a whole lot of money that just left, but I'm going to get it back. I'm going to get it back. It's fine, so.
Yeah, for sure, man.
And so, yeah, I've been feeling good, just trying to get ready, especially because I think I talked about it last year. This time of year is normally that 5 weeks of hell is what I call it, where from Thanksgiving to New Year's.
Yeah, that rush.
People start falling off. People start, oh, I'll worry about it in January, all this type of stuff. So I'm used to not having a good time during this part of the year. But I know with January, New Year, new me, all that starts to happen. So yeah, man, just been on it, trying to plan for next year. I'm feeling pretty good, man. How about you?
That's good, man. I'm glad to see you in high spirits about that, man. I know it's always tough, especially being, a business owner, especially a gym owner. That's one of the tougher businesses as well. Just keep momentum going in and out. So glad you're in high spirits, bro. For me, working, of course, IT. There's a lot going on, a lot of projects I'm working on. It's kind of stressing me out a little bit, so kind of opposite.
Mm,
There's a lot of stuff
okay.
been going on, but they're trying to push a lot of stuff to be like project end dates coming in like February. They kicking off all these projects before the holidays, like that. People have vacations that don't kick off projects right before now. So a lot of that
Right.
stuff's been going on. And then like 2 weeks ago, had some more car trouble, which is hope it's the last. Hope it's the last,
Jeez.
bro. I
It might be
know.
time to dude, because me and you both. Me and you both on the car. I ain't even trying to talk about mine too much lately, but dang.
I'll be trying not to even talk about it, but it happened. So this time it was a hub bearing that cracked on the rear. And I was like, what happened with this? And I lost a power steering because it's like the anti-brake system sensor had went off and it caused that to lock up. It's electronic power steering feature. So I got that fixed. And then that same week I had got brake pads replaced. Like that was scheduled like 3 weeks out. So I was like, let me go ahead and do it. I know I need those.
Mm,
But yeah, this year I had like 2 flat tires. I got new tires. Did all the hub bearings on all 4. So I had a huge oil leak. I had to get that taken care of. So all of that, hopefully, should be done. Like the car, I just paid it off in October. So I'm like,
right,
I don't need no
right.
more issues. Give me 1 full year. Give me 1 full year, no car note. And then we can look at some things like that. I know.
Because that way you can stack up.
Yeah, I'm like, this is what I'm like, that car note is what I'm putting the savings basically. So even if it's a car, new place, save for a house, whatever, it's like that money is supposed to be going for something else. I ain't trying to go back into putting it back
I
into
see
the
what you're
car.
doing. Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah, so I was like, whatever I was doing for that, I'm not about to. I was already committed to it monthly, and I was, surviving those months, that I was doing the car note. So I'm just taking out that same amount every month as well. Still, I'm just not putting to, somebody who owned the car. Cause
Right.
that's me. But
Exactly. That's smart.
yeah, man, I've been uh yeah, definitely I've just been trying to make sure maintain with the car, bro. Is like I know it's my baby and everything, but I'm like, just let me do 1 year. Um and I feel like it started to break down because I started looking at other cars. So how you want to look at other
Mm,
cars? I mean, all I did was go and look. That's all I did. You know what I mean? I ain't test drive nothing. But right now, the Cadillac SUV, it's like a CT4 or something like that. But they got
yeah.
this 33-inch screen. I think I sent you a picture of it. But that and it's in other cars as well. But I know that was the first time I saw it in that one. So I kind of moved away from wanting the Audi because of all the issues and stuff I've heard about that. And then overseas parts and all that stuff. It's like, hey, I ain't trying to go from one car to another car that have a lot of issues, whatever, stuff like that. So my car's been pretty good actually. I mean, for 5 years, this is like only the last this year's when a lot of stuff has actually happened. But yeah, man, that plus work is, kind of can be stressful a little bit. It is getting cooler. It's not getting cold. It's getting cooler. But I thought it was affecting some stuff. But overall, man, it's still been good, man. Still be blessed. Can't complain. People complain about their jobs, but at least you still have one. So, some
Right.
people still looking and trying struggling with that. So can't complain too much, man. Plus somebody off for like 2.5 weeks, 2 weeks, for Christmas. So we had the 1 week shutdown, and then I always stack on a week or a couple of days. I try to save up
Right.
for those as well. Whether I go somewhere or not, like travel anywhere, I try to stack up those so I get that, huge cool down for, the year kickoff and everything. Everybody wants to, hey, we need this, hey, we need that, we need this, let's kick out this project. Say, well, let me go ahead and cool down. Sometimes, I mean, a week is long enough, I feel like free, but if you have multiple days and we don't carry over a lot, we can only carry over 2 weeks. And I have a lot more than 2 weeks of vacation. But if you don't carry over those, then you lose those days. So that's kind of the thing as well, which I wish they would change because I'll be like, I wish they would get a payout. It's like, hey, can't carry over, but we'll pay you out for the rest of those days.
Yeah.
Which would be a lot easier because it'd be like, I don't even take that day. I don't even take the day. But end of the year, nice little check. But, I don't know if they're going to adopt that or not. But that's why I was like, definitely got to use the days when I got them. So,
man, that's what Matt just did. Because, he up there at Textron here. Mm-hmm. He's in Kenya right now.
Oh, man.
Yeah, until like the new year. Yeah, like the 1st or 2nd or something like that.
Oh, wow. Is he going like a family thing, or he just wanted to go by himself type of deal?
Yeah, I think his dad and sisters. So he's, but also he's half Kenyan. So I guess he's going out there, go be around his people and party, and also just kind of take in the country. Because I think the last time he was there, he was like 13 or 14 or something like that. So,
okay. Yeah, that's what's up. We definitely going. Well, I don't know. I'll say if he can have a not live, but like come on, record while he from Kenya. Ooh.
Oh yeah, while he out there, yeah.
Ooh,
oh yeah.
That's a reach, but he definitely got to come on one of these episodes, man. I met him, so yeah, good person for sure. Definitely want to see about his music, how that's going as well. So
yeah, shooting the videos. That 2-pack is out, so go stream that. Go stream Avenue. Quick shout to him.
Yes, sir. Well, let's
but yeah,
get it to the
speaking
main.
of which,
well,
most of my family.
Same topic.
Yeah, yeah. Because look. Most of my family, especially on my Fauntleroy side. Speaking of Matt, speaking of Duck or St. Rick, speaking of Kansas Kid, myself, we all Lakers fans.
Oh my God!
Since the beginning of time.
I need all y'all. I need at least one. I gotta persuade at least one of y'all to switch.
No. We all, and it's worse for him because he's from LA. He's from out there, so
I need one of y'all to have some diversity between the groups. Like one of y'all can, if y'all even from you can rock with the Clippers. Maybe the Clippers can get it done this year.
And Lakers, man,
definitely not. Dang.
So yeah, speaking of which, man, what could Jordan not do but LeBron do? Huh?
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
In-season tournament, man. I mean, it's kind of like
it's
different now.
Don't start adding that because I don't want to hear nothing when they start. Okay, he just make fun.
No, that's just a joke because honestly, like I've been saying that a lot. That's hilarious. But it's also kind of like you can't. Okay, real quick for the people at home, people that just watch the show that barely know. So the in-season tournament, I think we talked about it a little bit, but the in-season tournament finally concluded last night. It was the Lakers versus the Indiana Pacers.
Yep.
And pretty good game. Pretty good tournament, honestly, to me. It's definitely a new concept. It was something that I know people will eventually get used to in a sense, or maybe they stop it in a few years. But I think I like seeing people, if you can definitely tell the regular games from the tournament games, not just because of the court, but for some reason it seemed like, especially in these later games, dudes started hooping. They started hooping, man. Like, you're like, well, what are these numbers? Like, it started getting crazy. So,
I give you that.
So that was fun. That was fun to watch. No matter which game it was. So, with that being said, the Los Angeles Lakers are the in-season tournament champions. They went ahead and did that. $500K to the players, which was I think was a pretty cool concept. Like we said before, to the players that's getting paper, it's not a whole lot. But to those two-way players, the G League, the ones who play both G League and NBA, that's a big check. It's a big check, man. You doubled your salary.
That's what they were saying. They had like 3 players on the Lakers who pretty much had like a 44% increase in their salary because they only making so much. So I was like, yeah, that's substantial. Like the end of Pacers to win because I think they have more players who making less than the Lakers roster.
That's true. That's
But
true.
you know, they also get, I think they get 200,000 for making it to the championship too. So it's not like
Yeah. So there was still
and then
there's still an
the people,
incentive there.
yeah, the people who made it to like the Final Four got 100,000. So it still has something. What's funny about
Yeah.
this as well, before we talk more Lakers, because I know I'm
No, for sure.
But
For sure.
one of the things was the Pelicans. They was asking them what they're gonna do with the 500,000, and Bi and Zion looked at each other. You know,
Yeah.
they kind of they was on one.
Yeah.
And they would just start smiling. And it's like, well, what we gonna do? And we'd be like, and a lot of jokes was talking about where, you know, they played in Las Vegas, so they played hard enough to get to Vegas. They played hard enough to get that one trip to Vegas and got a free to go wild for 3-4 days. And they didn't care about the Lakers game because they got blown up by like 30 points. I don't know, but it's like
it was crazy. It didn't look like a regular game. Like,
so it looks like they just play hard enough to get into the tournament, get to a free trip in Vegas in the middle of the season, which wouldn't happen because we don't have a team there. They would have to sneak to get there, or try to, if they have an off window and they got practice, maybe they can go there for a day or two. But this was something they could expense them, by the team. So that was just kind of funny to see that when I was like, yeah, that kind of makes sense, because the way they was looking, the way they was playing, like they actually had enjoyed themselves in Las Vegas. Plus, with all the stuff that's been going on with Zion, we all kind of know what type of timing he be on when it comes to the light.
And I feel like Ingram's on that too. He was just better at. He was just better at holding his stuff down. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't really hear about a lot of his news and stuff like that. I mean, which a lot of players are. So
yeah,
come on
that's
now.
What I just had to put that in there. So it was kind of funny. It's like, okay, and I don't know. I mean, I do like the Vegas, but I wonder if they're gonna do it. To me, they should do it like, and I'm not sure they're gonna get the same amount of buzz, but like every year change different locations.
Kind of like an all-star game type of thing. But it'd be in places. But it'd be in places where we don't have teams, but are still somewhat bigger cities.
Facts,
be like a Hawaii.
Or like play. Go test out the places where you think about putting the team there. Like they talk about rehashing the Seattle, try putting that game there.
Right.
I don't know if they talk about Hawaii or not, but try put the game out there. Like
the Mexico City and stuff like that.
Yeah,
because I saw they already have a G League team down there.
They do, yep.
So I think that might be next on the low. Like they might be testing that to have a funnel to that.
Las Vegas is a huge one. LeBron already came out. He wants to be an owner or part owner of a team. He also wants to be in Las Vegas. So I'm like, to me, that would be the best test case. Would be like, let's test how it would be. How the city is, how race and stuff will be, how that will play out. Of course, we don't have the arenas and stuff built yet, but we have to see how that kind of looks at. But to me, that'd be the best test case for it. But I know a lot of places like the Las Vegas, scenery and the nightlife there, so they probably keep it there just for them, because they also want to keep it entertaining for them. And then they also got to raise it up. The money, $1 million, make it a little bit.
Right.
Crazy,
well, they had to. I mean, but where you gonna pull that money from? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, of course they have it, but but
I ain't worried.
You still wanna see if this even works. I'm not gonna come out the gate with the 1 million. We're gonna start with the fuck, because now you have room to go up. So next year it'll probably be more business wise. You know what I'm saying? You start here. Where you gonna go after that? So
I give you that.
I'm sure next year gonna be even more too. If this is how it looked year one, I'm excited to see what it's gonna look like next year and moving forward. So yeah, man. What you saying?
I had went to the game last night. When I went to the game, but I went out to a sports bar with my homeboy, D'Angelo. So shout out to him. I'm gonna tag him, probably my shout out. But I went out again with him. I haven't seen him in a minute. He's 1 year younger than me, but we went to the same college. Kind of hoop a lot as well. But he watched the game. He's a LeBron fan, so of course he rocked with the Lakers. But he also a diehard Cavs fan, so that's still kind of
Okay.
he's still rocking with his team. But we went to the game, so I was like, man, I don't know, but man, it's kind of seemed like it was rigged for LeBron to win this year, wasn't it? I was poking fun at it, but it kind of seemed like I was like,
there was a couple times where I was like, you're not supposed to be able to do that. You're not supposed to do that right there. Yeah.
I'm saying like, in the end season tournament, it was like, well, he only got LeBron playing great, but honestly, realistically, I say maybe 3 to 4 years. I see it's like, hey, wrapping up whether his body is ready or he just mentally is like, I'm ready to go.
Right.
His son or sons probably be in the league by then. He probably had the chance to play with or against them. And I'll say that's probably his window, 3 to 4 years is what I'm predicting. And I'm like, well, we don't know. We don't know how many times the NCAA tournament will happen. We don't know if they're real. So I'm like, to me, it kind of looked like they won't. I don't know. I'm not saying they're gonna rig it for them to win it all, but for him to be in the last, I was like, yeah, I definitely want him to play in that for sure. I mean, just for sure. It just seemed that way.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain rigging and all that kind of stuff because people's like, well, you can't rig the shot that go in and stuff like that. I say, yeah, that's true. But it just seemed like how it was going.
There's a couple referee docs that I would probably say that y'all should watch that would give you insight on how crazy it is. Like you would think, I didn't even know you could even do that. I mentioned them on here before. Bad Sport has one about Arizona State way back in the 90s. And a guy, there's another one. What was that referee one? I think I just told you about that one too. The one with Donahue and his best friend, the ref that got in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
His best friend, who was also a ref, is Scott Foster. Yeah.
He was talking about that on Gil's Arena too.
Yeah. So like, if you watch that, you'll see like, yo, why is Scott Foster still? But we can get into that conversation here later with the whole Chris Paul thing. But yeah, so rigging is like, I know it's sports, but like there's a certain way that they're able to do it. And it's weird. It's definitely weird, like calling certain things on certain players, and not calling them on other ones, knowing
that for sure.
Yeah, and how much that can take away or add to a game. So get it. I'm not going to fully say that or go into that, especially because, it's always Lakers for me. So, hey, we went ahead and did that.
Work out in your favor. It's fine.
I mean, then is it even rigging, or are we just the best team you've ever seen? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, definitely not. I would love to see the Bradley Beal on that Suns team that y'all play. Kevin Durant seemed like they have another iteration of the Nets there. I'm like, bro, you either have Devin Booker or Bradley Beal, but you can't have both at the same time. Like Kevin Durant, come on, bro. The Pelicans was cool, but I'm like, yeah, they didn't give y'all enough. I honestly thought it just looked like the Pacers was gonna win it, bro. Once they beat the Celtics, the Bucks, I'm like, it looks like, hey, they're the most hungry. But
you how no, I agree with you. Especially how Halliburton was playing. The
way he was talking, he's like, hey, this is our time to shine. We want more TV time, like, which I think they deserved it after this run.
Yeah.
But then AD come. All of a sudden, I mean, this whole year been inconsistent as hell.
Man, for
and then
sure.
He give you like 40 and 20. I'm like, bro, what is this? Who picked up the 2K controller? What is this?
Yes, it was crazy. And y'all know how critical I am. Y'all know how critical I am at AD, man.
And Anthony he was about Davis to pick up whoever.
Dude, I will pick up whoever. But after that performance, you know what I'm saying? One thing about life and one thing about being like stand-up person is knowing when to say when you was right and when you was wrong. Or when to say kudos, even if it's something that you don't normally rock with and they do something good or, whatever.
Right.
And for that, I mean, man, hats off to the boy. Definitely an MVP of that game. I mean, player of the game or something. Like, he had that look on him. He had that look, that aggressiveness that I keep saying, be aggressive. Why are you that big and you not?
He can still. The issue is that the thing with him is that it frustrates everybody because he can have glimmers of this. He can do the 40 and 15 easy. I think he can do the 40 and 15. I think he could average 35 and
I was gonna say
13, 30 to 13, 30 and 13 easy. I think so. But
yeah,
he just
I
don't
think so.
play aggressive enough. And it's like, to me, it's not even a skill thing. It's an effort and mental thing for him, I feel like.
Right.
Sometimes,
Why can't you do this night in, night out?
Some games he's up for, but also when it's like those key matchups, like when it's a Sixers, somebody like that, like he ain't up for it. Like the NBA Pacers, I don't know if they had the interior defense or enough to withstand AD. And that's when he just, ate off. When it's a key matchup, he's like, I'll take it off. Playing Jokic, I'll take it off. I'm like, no, these are the ones you want to drop 40, 15. Because even if
you send that message.
Even if you lose the game, say, hey, bro, you ain't be able to defeat me. You defeat my team, but not me. And that's why I'm like, that's the mindset that he had to play with. And I'm like, you playing with LeBron, one of the biggest competitors like today. And I'm like, how you not picking up on this? I'm like, and you see it like they talking on the court and stuff that LeBron was coaching them up on the play and stuff like that. I mean, he does take it, but I'm like, you don't need LeBron to coach at this point. I'm sorry. You should be able to go in and attack the basket and do you. And
because I get maybe like while you in it, sometimes you get so wrapped up that you like may forget. And so having a person on the outside looking, hey, bro, I don't know if you noticed, but his leg does this when you do this. So move, you know what I'm saying? Switch up how you move. So I get why he would have to, why LeBron doing that still makes sense. But if you was even still coming with aggression, but maybe you need to angle your shot a little different. You know what I'm saying? Why should he have to tell you at this far in your career to turn it up? Be aggressive, to play the way you play. So yes, this was great. I love seeing it, especially, man, we the first ever in-season tournament champs, man. Go Lakers.
That's what LeBron posted as well.
Yeah, it's cool, I guess.
You can only be the first. He said the record would be broken. Records would be broken, but you can only be the first, which is
a
lot to be said. So I do.
You're the first one to do something.
Congrats to y'all. I will show my congrats. I hope this means y'all don't win the championship, so y'all have this. Yeah.
Man, I hope we get both for sure. But so honestly, if they just keep this like now, okay, here's the thing though. So now y'all showed us this year it's not the end of the season, it's not tired legs or whatever. So we know that you guys are capable of doing this when it's time. Lakers, let's do this then. Let's do this.
Long season.
Can you show me a little bit of consistency? I'm not saying that AD has to put up those same numbers. Those numbers was crazy.
No, he do.
That was great. No. 20 rebounds a game?
Yes.
That'd be dope. But if you just give me 15, if you just give me 13, you know what I'm saying? Bro,
they should be okay. I'm not even a Lakers fan, but I'm hippie up. Well, everybody see it. Give LeBron the rest he deserves. Let him turn it up closer to the playoff. Don't have AD turn it up. Like you have LeBron. Like LeBron has been like in top gear this whole season. Like
Austin Reeves.
God forbid something happens. God forbid something happens later on in the season. I'm like, because y'all just overheat him. So I'm like, I'm like Austin Reeves, but they also talking about some trades, bro. So I don't know.
That's
how you
real.
Okay, let me throw it out. How do you feel about a trade? They talk about either Zach LaVine. I don't know about DeMar, but Zach LaVine seemed like a high trade
like
possibility. And that's for Austin Reeves and somebody else. Maybe Rui. It's probably both of them. It's what they're throwing out. Of course, they might make it up. Okay. But Austin Reeves definitely going to be on the table, I think.
Because look, you have to put something that's going to entice me. So if Austin Reeves playing as good as he's playing, he's still not one of the top. But he's still good enough to where a team could go, we can do something with that. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just be like, can we get Jackson Hayes? No, I don't want. Or do y'all want Jackson Hayes? Like, no, I don't want that. He's not doing nothing. So you need a player that's going to be a name. I would. I like Zach LaVine, and if we got to trade, if we have to look for somebody with that is both explosive yet has a pretty good three on him. I mean, he had a really good shot. So I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at Zach LaVine. And I know that he could complement, like with him not having to go as hard because you have a little bit of the help that we got, you know. And I think sometimes taking that pressure off of players allows them to play better. If you're second or third option, depending on the game, then cool. Now you get to just be a pass and shoot. Boom, pass and shoot, boom. You know, I'm not mad at that. Or like an explosive coming off a back screen. Now he's up over the rim, you know.
I like that for y'all. I know he's a little bit older, but
right.
To me, I don't see them building with Austin Reeves, if that makes sense. Like, if LeBron and AD gone, are they still gonna really try to build around Austin Reeves or whatever? Like, to me, they will still be looking for a pitch for the superstar. So might as well go ahead and try to bring one in as well, get y'all a true big three, like a legit big three, and rock with that. They will say something with chemistry because what's the shooter? Prince has also been, you know, he was lights out on the NCAA tournament as well, but this whole tournament he's been shooting, you know, pretty consistently. So I'm like, would he be a trade piece as well? It's like, hey, I got a corner three that, you know, is always there, is always open or available for him because LeBron's always going to drive and kick. But I don't know if he's be a, you know, a trade value as well. Because to me, I don't know. Sometimes when I see the trade, I'm like, why do y'all guys always seem to help some bigger teams sometimes? Like don't try to always help the Lakers. Try to get something out of yourself as well. I'm not saying try to take away it. Like, don't try to get 4 players for one either. But it's like, don't always try to boost the big team. Like, try to get something for your team. So like, I wouldn't be, you know, satisfied with Austin Reeves to Zach LaVine. Like, to me, that like, why keep helping? Like, sorry, I need two players in the first. Sorry for Zach. Y'all want to win now? I need all that. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I feel like
it's true.
For bigger teams, they always compromise for them. You know, Lakers, Celtics. What's another big one? Those are really the main ones. That I see a lot of compromise for, but it might be like an NBA thing as well. You know, but I don't want to get into my what you call it. What else?
I get what you're saying.
You know, controversy and all that.
NBA conspiracies.
Yeah, my conspiracy talking, try to keep, because I mean, there was also, now what I like what Paul Pierce was saying. He was like, I hope it's a Boston versus LA tournament final because we haven't had that in a while. That's not the same type of, I don't think it's the same type of rivalry as in today, but historically that would have been nice because we haven't seen that in so long. Who knows?
But he's also a Boston Celtic. He's also,
that's what I'm saying. He wants that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So of course he would say that or want that, but it's not the same no more. It's kind of like, you know, you living in the old days. Like,
yeah,
it don't hold what you think it hold no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I think as the NBA hears, like an NBA fan, you want to see it. Person who's just like basketball, say, not a big deal no more. But who knows? I mean, you know, this long season, they both could end up in the finals. Maybe. We'll see. I had to put that.
It definitely looked a lot better, but I'm still not ready to, even in my non-biased opinion. Of course, I can get into my Laker talk for sure, but I'm not ready to jump and say because they won this, they're the favorite out of the West. You know, I'm not going to say that.
I mean, because they also said like they went undefeated in the tournament, but they still just above 500. I don't know their record. But it's still like they'd be struggling outside of the tournament games, which is like, hey, you got to bring it every game. You can't bring it up just because your court look different. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. I think I don't know. I think the Lakers have a good chance. I mean, they stay stopped in the top 4. If they fall and try to battle up, I think it might be a little tougher this year around. I was like, you need to be in the top 4 going in. You don't want to be that 5-6, and you definitely don't want to be in the playing scenario this year. So,
yeah, It's definitely looking a lot more competitive, I think, as a whole. So
Yeah.
it's not going to be a easy. All we need to do is make it to the play-in tournament, and now we gonna win. Nah,
Nah, ain't no.
because you still might gotta see, somebody ain't trying to see. You know what I'm
Suns,
saying?
Nuggets, Timberwolves looking hungry. They number one, I think, right now. But
Yeah,
Anthony Edwards supposed to be.
Pelicans on any given night could do
Yeah.
something. You know what I'm saying? It's
Now
not
playoffs,
as
I ain't caring about the Pelicans, man. They
no. I'm just saying like trying to get into the
got
the
you.
playoffs. If you got to see one of those lower teams in the play-in
Yeah.
tournament,
Okay. Yeah.
don't think you just gonna get in there. Don't think it's you might you
Right.
might still got to see the Grizzlies or something.
Warriors is sneaky. Job must be coming back soon, so we'll see how
Right.
the
We still
Grizzlies
ain't
pick
even
up.
seen Ja coming.
Yeah.
Even though people are looking at the Warriors like, oh, they washed, they this and that. You still can't. That's not an off game. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? That's not
Right.
you know, depending on the night. So yeah, man. Overall, in closing on that, uh, cool tournament, man. Cool overall. I'm not even just because the Lakers won. I think
Mhm.
honestly, it's they owned something. They got something. It was a good idea. It's a good idea. It was definitely weird
I
for
think
people to get
so.
used to with the courts. Oh, the courts, the uniforms, the blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Overall,
It
it
was
was pretty
garbage.
cool.
them course was garbage. And then
Yeah,
they made
but
y'all change our jerseys, man.
yeah. So I think it's like, well, here's the thing. Before I say what I wanted to say. Y'all design like who? That was the city edition.
Yeah, I'm like,
Y'all could have did something better on the design then. We don't always got to
facts.
play in black and black. I don't know. There's other ways to. I don't know. I'm also kind of a fan of those blue ones sometimes, like those old school blue like
Looks like a light
jerseys or
blue.
whatever. Yeah, that light blue. Like
Yes.
I'm a fan of that. Like if y'all came and brought those back, like all right. But yeah, I don't know, man. But yeah, I loved it. I wonder like how much they'll change, like try to change up the courts next year. Maybe okay, we was wilding a little bit, but we can't just make a whole new design now. So I think
Nah,
next year will probably be better.
I think they're gonna do a better job designing it. It got a lot of pushback on the how they look
Yeah,
like. So, which is I think it'd be interesting because you changed it because it's like how we do the seed edition jerseys. They might change the in season
right,
tournament course every year, which should be something you look forward to. So,
right. How they going? What's it gonna look like this year? Yeah, man, I think it'll be cool, man.
all right,
Uh, but also, man, I wanted to talk about speaking of the tournament and how well they play. I just wanted a quick little spotlight on a guy that we barely even talked about being a sleeper. Um, Tyree Tyrese Halliburton.
yeah, man, yeah, we
I I
Halliburton,
mean
I'm a
he
Burton.
played decent last year. He played decent last year, but
Yeah, I ain't see this
hey,
coming. I ain't see this coming. He's like he up there now.
yeah. So do
He's
you
on the
think that
map.
it's gonna be you think that it's gonna be the new thing? Like you think that he's gonna be like a star, like on a upward star trajectory, or is he just having one of those moments, the Russo moments, or even worse, like a Jeremy Lin moment, or something like that.
Jeremy Lin, definitely not. But he'll definitely. I think this is he's becoming a superstar, a star. I don't think this is a moment. I think this is what he truly is. I think the Kings is gonna look back and be like, we should never have traded him. Him and Fox should have been rocking together right now. We make a way to make
Man,
the West
honestly,
work.
it's also chemistry
Um,
though. So if they're both points,
yeah, but sorry, there's two different stars. Like I said, to me, if he was on that team last year with the Kings, I think they would have,
oh shoot,
they would have
yeah.
went crazy. But he had his own team. To me, he's in that range with Anthony Edwards right now. I will put Lamelo Ball, but he's always injured, and to me, he kind of jumped Lamelo Ball in that light as well.
Hmm.
Um, he's this is who he is. I think. I mean, he's gonna be a star here, and we're gonna hear his name. We might not hear the Pacers a lot, but we're gonna hear Halliburton a lot. I think that's what's going to really turn into.
For sure.
And yes, especially if they go deep in the playoffs or do some crazy stuff in the playoffs this year, like this is gonna be a lot of TV games next year, which is what they was trying to get at as well. But yeah, I put him up there, man. I mean, I think he's like that level. I don't know what tier, but he's at that tier right below like the Tatums, the Doncic.
Okay.
He's just right below that. And I feel that's what Anthony Edwards and they are like. They're like, hey, we almost there. We were in the age group, like we almost there to Luka Doncic's.
Right, give us
John
a few more years.
Yeah, I was like, I think, yeah, 1 or 2 more years, like they'll be right up there with the Tatums and stuff of the world. But yeah, man, and then he like super efficient, like scoring, passing, and no turnovers. Like those is crazy. It's not like
I think that's the most compelling part to me. Like that's the most exciting part is like, yo, he barely ever has any turnovers, like, and shoots at a high clip. Like his field goal percentage is pretty high as well. Like,
yeah,
it's up. Look, listen, he probably know, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. His shot looked crazy to me, but if that thing drop, that thing drop. If that thing drop, don't fix nothing, brother.
It's kind of like LaMelo. Like he got a weird shot, but it go in.
Yeah.
So
keep doing the thing. Like,
yeah, that shot is kind of And he got the range, bro. He was talking to Dame.
Right.
Hey,
it's my time.
So
yeah. So if you're doing this from 40, hey man, I ain't mad as long as it's dropping. Man. So yeah, man.
I definitely see this though. This is not on my radar. It was a super sleeper for me. I was like, yeah, he's a decent player. He'll play you in the paces just like all of the places players. But yeah, man, he put him. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, but they all fade. It's like that's why they haven't had because they had Miles Turner, Buddy Hield, all them like really decent players, but nobody
thought they was gonna do something. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So now I'm like, okay.
Yeah, man. And shoot, I just wanted to touch on that real quick. But speaking of things we ain't see coming, switching gears just a little bit. Shohei Ohtani. Now, y'all know, as I mentioned it a few different times, I am a LA Angels fan. I love the Mike Trout, Shohei. So we really been playing really good. It got a little sketchy near the end of last season. But for the most part, Shohei Ohtani is, if I put this into basketball terms, it's like watching Jordan in '93. Like on both sides of the ball, on both, like he's a pitcher with the most strikeouts, and I think he had like the most home runs too. What?
Crazy.
How you doing this on both?
I'm built in a lab.
Yes, man. I don't know what they doing over there in Japan, man. But yo, he going crazy, man. Definitely one of my favorite players to watch. And it's fast too. I think he was like stealing bases and everything. Like this dude was doing everything.
And so, ain't it?
Yes, and he tall.
Yeah, they do that Captain America lab over there.
Yeah, man, they got something going on. We need to go investigate. No, but so yeah, he it was also a big thing of where he was going to go in the offseason. And I was just like, please, man, I know I know like how it feels to be on a team and like be like, yo, I actually want to win. I get it. We getting close. We ain't quite getting it. So I want to find somewhere where I can win, and y'all got to pay me. And if y'all ain't got it, I'm gonna find somebody who else can. Who else can? And the thing about the MLB is they don't have a salary cap. They don't have a salary cap. So it's whoever so that's why like a lot of teams like the Yankees, the Dodgers, the Mets, the teams where the owners have money, they just use their money. So if we get more money, if like let's say I play for or I own and you own the Rangers, and we got more money than the Royals, we're gonna be able to pay our players better and get better players. So that's how you'll see a lot of these more dominant teams that have so many, as opposed to some of the other ones. So speaking of that, the team that Magic Johnson owns, the Dodgers, They were able to sign Shohei Ohtani to a 10-year, $700 million contract.
Ooh,
fully guaranteed.
Repeat that.
10 years.
Ooh.
$700 million. Fully guaranteed.
We should have had that breakdown.
If he breaks his ankle, he still get all that. If he retires after 4 years, he still gets all that. Sitting at home, still getting all that money.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
baseball is different with a fully guaranteed. Like, if I'm like,
yes,
hey, I don't want to come in, I'm still gonna get paid that day or whatever that contract break down to. But I'm like, it amazes me, especially when you talk about retirement. I say, to me, I'm like, it should be in the contract. Someone's like, hey, if he voluntarily retires after X amount of years, then we do a portion of the contract, of the guaranteed contract. But nowadays, like, hey, bro, I'm ready to retire. I'm about to go get on this island with my family, and y'all gonna keep on paying me. I want to see this direct deposit every month, whatever. So every 2 weeks, it's crazy.
There you go. I was looking for the breakdown. So basically, y'all, okay, so that's $70 million a year. That's easy math, right? So most people, work hourly jobs. So he gets paid $8,630 an hour. $207K a day. That is y'all
crazy.
That is different. That's a different type of money, and that doesn't even include his other endorsements. So I'm pretty sure we're going to be looking at billionaire athlete here, sir.
For sure.
It's crazy how often lately we've been able to see that.
Yeah, it's going. I'll say the next 5 years. I mean, once 5 years go by, like, it's going to be a boom of those players. Especially how, Jaylen Brown contract and, Tatum's contract is going to come up and have like 300 plus million. Like, they definitely going to have, plus the endorsements and shoe deals they have. I mean, ain't going to be able to get the whole contract like 700 million, but still, it's.
Man. And he's only 29.
What's the around the retirement age for baseball? Do you know, like 40s?
So
41?
Especially when you're like a pitcher, a lot of times you're able to, like, because you're not having to run as much. You don't have to be a catcher, so you're not sitting there with your knees bent for a long time. So you don't really have to worry about too much. And as a pitcher, you don't even play every single game. They have like at least 5, 6, sometimes even more than that pitcher. So you may pitch one game and then we'll have a closer. So you won't even pitch the whole game. You'll maybe pitch 6, 7 innings, depending. And then the closer will come in. So you're able to save yourself a little bit longer. So yeah, he could definitely play for another, and he could probably play this whole contract out and still get one more little contract in there if he wants to.
What?
Yeah, he could still play like a few more years after that 40, man. Like, play, and especially with today's technology, like, if I'm looking at back in the day when I first started watching baseball, you had players like Randy Johnson who were playing in their 40s. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's like late 90s, early 2000s. So imagine 20 years later from that, with technology, without proper ways to rest, with
plus
people just being bigger.
So.
Right. So he could probably pitch at 50 if he wants to, which I'm sure.
We'll make this prototype go to 50 so it don't look. The next one going to 75 for sure.
Right. The next one going to be pitching. So yeah. That's why, man, and that's one of the reasons why, like, I'm not going to lie. Like, so I used to watch baseball. I used to like it because I played like second grade. I like baseball. But what got me really paying attention was my senior year when I saw CC Sabathia get that, was it like a 4-year, $100 million or $144 million contract for 10 years, something like that. And that was crazy back then. Yeah, it was a 10-year, $144 million. So that was crazy for its time. So here we are now, what's that, 15 years later, almost seeing 700 for 10 years, like so. And CeCe Sabathia was out of shape looking. He kept the belly on him. Like seeing how much money goes into the sport of baseball that you didn't quite know. Like, because you're not paying attention to it, you wouldn't see these contracts. You wouldn't know how much these players are getting paid. So that's why I'm like, yo, my little nephew, as soon as I can get him out there, we playing catch in the yard. I'm gonna go take him to the batting cage, man. He playing baseball, man. NBA is tight. NBA is tight.
Yeah. So I think NBA is more like, yes, you're gonna get paid, but it's like you want to have a little bit more of the fame. Okay, if you talented, let me say this, because you can't, just in case some people is like, well, I'm talented in the baseball, that's why I went. But I'm saying if you were talented enough to go both routes, just like some players are, I think it's the guy who played football who was like that. But sometimes like the entertainment, the fame that comes along with the NBA, like people actually recognize you more. To me, unless you're a top-notch baseball player, you might be, six man, 7, 8 person on the bench, but you kind of get a little bit more recognized because you play a little bit more on the court. But if you want that, I feel like that's why people kind of tend to the baseball, because I'm getting the money, plus I'm getting some of that fame and recognition as well. Baseball,
right?
I mean, you getting the same money and more. You just don't get that same recognition unless you that far. And
right.
So.
Like Shohei people may recognize because he's somewhat distinct, but also you're a tall Japanese dude. Like he's kind of built too. Like so, like the Shohei, the Aaron Judge, those players, they kind of have distinct looking faces, and they're like top dollar athletes. Obviously, like so they may be more recognizable. But yeah, you got a point. It's kind of like picking between, do you want the fame or do you want, you'll still get a decent amount of fame, but you'll get a whole lot more money. And more times than not, you'll see less injuries in baseball than you will in basketball. And then you also got the NFL where way more injuries and way less money. So your average time in the league is,
there's also a lot more players, so there's like
4 years. Also that.
So it's a little bit easier to say, hey, I'm good at it, but I'm good enough to get the NBA, NFL. But I'm like, it's a little bit more slip to the NBA. Baseball. So it's like, hey, let me just give me $1 million, a couple millions and dip. That's what I got to do.
And you can get drafted early. You can get drafted early in wow. So I mean, you can get drafted like in high school for MLB. But so on Shohei's salary, or on his Google page, it says that his salary right before this was $5.5 million for the year.
Whoa. What?
Yeah. His previous contract was $5.5 million a year. And yeah, like I said, now it's at $70 million a year.
Bro.
Different, man. Life changing, y'all. We might turn into a baseball park. No, just wait.
Ain't it though? I'm like, man.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
So yeah, y'all look. Hey, if you got a kid that's playing baseball, I'm not saying live your life through your kid, because that's that can come with some toxicity. But if go ahead and invest in that baseball bat. I know baseball bat being $400 is crazy. I know the glove being $200 is absurd. I get it. But they throwing out money if he can get there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, let me ask you this. So, like, would you do, have your kid train up? Now, like, say they are interested in sports. You're not forcing them that way. They are genuinely interested in sports. Would you train them in multi-sports? Or just like, hey, let me just do this one sport?
No. It would be the multiple sports. I'd maybe give them one season to if they want to. Like, it's just because I understand how the mechanics for one can help out in the mechanics for others. So like even even NFL players like receivers and like running backs will tell you like, yo, my work and the way I move my hands in basketball helped me on the football field.
Yep.
So like certain things like that. I mean, shoot, even when I ran, like, I mean, even when I was in football, like I didn't grow up playing football. I grew up playing basketball. So when they put me out there on the field, the way I would like cross people or see, even saying cross, that's not what you say on, but like that's the way I looked at it, even lining up against the cornerback or something like that. I'm sitting there like, yo, I'm about to hit him with this juke, boom, 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 and even just getting up real high from playing basketball all the time. So like those translate, even like skating and stuff like that. So if you in the hockey or something, like the way you move is different, but that would help out. Learning to move laterally helps in almost any sport, jumping. So yeah, for me, it's also just like, and also finding out what you like for real. I didn't realize how much I even liked basketball or even liked football until I played it in 11th grade. Like that was a lot of years where I was just playing like tennis and basketball and wrestling, so I still played other sports, but I don't know. And on top of that, man, I get how as a parent, you're gonna want your kid to be tired at the end of the night. You're gonna want them to stay focused, have something to take their mind off of what could be bad situations. Because growing up where I grew up, like it could be very easy to fall into something bad. So whether it's sports or academics or robotics or whatever, having these things to keep their mind occupied and to teach them to form camaraderie and companionship in positive environments helps out. So, you get to meet different types of people, because I'll tell you, a football player is way different than a basketball player or especially different than a wrestler. Wrestlers are weird. Man, wrestlers are weird. But so you get to see how to maneuver in those different types of groups.
That's true, because even like hearing like some of the basketball players talking about how they play multiple sports, and you talk about companionship. Most people chose the sport it was because all their friends played that same sport. So it's like, hey, we all played football growing up, but when we got to high school, most people tried out for the basketball team. They started basketball, so that's why I joined, and now I just excel. Now I'm in the NBA, so I'm like, it's crazy, and that's how that's just how stuff works. You want to be socializing with your friends and stuff like that. So like after school, if everybody playing football,
it starts off like that. There. Yeah.
And then he's like, well, I'm actually better than you guys, so I'm actually gonna keep going with this.
Right. Actually, this was easy. Thanks for showing me. Yeah, I mean, shoot, because when I talk about it, like when I was in 2nd grade, I played baseball. I love baseball. But when I went out on the block and I'm out there with my glove and a ball, like, hey, do y'all want to play catch? They're like, Negro, we going, put on your basketball shoes, bro. We going to go hoop. And I'm like, okay, nobody, I mean, we could go to no? Okay. So now I'm just playing basketball. There's a field right there, guys. We ain't
even got to go nowhere. We can just play catch right in the street.
We can play catch right here, man. I've been playing catch I'm playing like practice pitching off my tree, trying to see how accurate I can get. And then all my friends was like, yo, we hooping. So
yeah, I used to I played baseball in middle school as well, and I also did for the rec team. But I didn't have nobody to like throw, like who cared to throw and catch. So I had got this medium-sized bouncy ball. I'm not sure, it's kind of hard, but you could throw it across the house and it'll bounce off I don't know if I can depict it and have people visualize it, but it bounced off the wall, hit the floor, a cement floor, and it bounced back in the air. So I used to have it like that, or vice versa, hit the ground and then the wall. So it was like different ways to control,
simulate like a pop fly or something like that.
Right, or like ground and stuff like that. So I used to do a lot of that. But and then I'm like,
it'd have been way easier if you had a friend with you. It'd be way easier if you had a friend to do it with you. But yeah,
I mean, like you said, baseball is cool. I mean, to me, even like playing it, I like it. It's too much downtime for me. Like between like, if you are actually like a starter, it's still some downtime. If you're a bench player, So sorry. But
Yeah,
like,
you gonna be chilling.
I was in the outfield. I'm like, hey, if something come out here, it may come out here. You know, that's it. And then you gotta wait to pitch. It's just that's the only reason I didn't care for it. But basketball is, up and down, up and down. At least hey, if I ain't even good on offense, then I can shine on defense, or vice versa.
Right.
Or both if really good at that. But and then NFL, not NFL, but football, I never got into it because people like to hit. But I was not that type. I ain't trying to get hit. I ain't really like touch football until like high school. Like honestly, like I think maybe middle school, like it was like an army family cookout type of deal, and then people just toss around like that, and they was like, "Oh yeah, you can catch." I was like, "Yeah, it's a regular ball, ain't it?" They said, "No, but you actually jumping up." I was like, "Yeah, but this is to me it's still a ball." I was like,
right.
I'm gonna catch it regardless. So
there's certain techniques, but for the most part, if you do this with any sport, you're gonna catch it. Like
exactly. And then high school, they used to do it a lot, like after school or during lunch period. They used to do like little 2-hand touch football, stuff like that. And that's why I got into that more. Mossing people and stuff like that. That's when. But other than that, no, I've never gotten into the full tackle or the pads and all that kind of stuff. Not right for me. And I think I'll probably like my son or likes to do football. I'll be like, I think I'll be the parent like urge him not to do it as much just because I know I'm not a fan of it.
Right, for sure.
But anything else, I'm like, okay, yeah, for sure. But football kind of rough.
So would you have your kid be a multi-sport athlete or just focusing on locking on the one?
For sure. I think I'll try to do like something more unique. Like, especially, it depends on lessons and how much stuff costs. And, I keep saying, yeah, we're doing this, but you got to be realistic with some stuff as well. But like tennis, like you mentioned, golf, because I heard that helps with like agility and, not agility, but like your rotation. I don't know how to.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. You know what? Yeah.
With your hips and stuff like that. So, like unique sports where people are not really thinking about that might help them in the long run.
You know what?
Sports. So
that makes sense. Okay, because Marquise, he's been golfing since he could walk. Like his family's a big golf family, right? But he also hooped and all that. So him being my best friend, you ever get into those like with your one-on-ones with your boy, like where you look like they probably go fight after this. But right after we finish playing, oh, what up, bro? All right, so what we gonna do after this type of thing? Right. Me and him would have battles. And even when I got bigger, even when I came home from the Navy, even when I started working out a lot more, I'm sitting here 180, 185. Everybody, if you go back, y'all see people that know me, they know Buff Dennis. But the Buff Dennis days, I'm jumping out the gym, big, all that. And he's still looking like he, 150, 160, and he's shorter than me. So I'm thinking, I'm about to back him down easy. I'm gonna just rise up, vert dunk. He put that forearm on me, and I wasn't going nowhere. I was like, how he got all this? And now that you say that, it makes me think like it's probably because him getting that trunk strength, right? From golfing all that time. And I'm just like, you know what?
You know how to plant them legs too.
Yeah, I never put that to that. Yeah, dog. It was we would battle because then he'd have a really good shot on him too. So
yeah,
man, I never thought about that. But yeah, golf is definitely a good one.
Like that one, I also put him in like, because I did I joined the swim team in middle school.
I was gonna say that swimming.
I was like swim team one, have somebody else teach your kids how to swim for the lower than just the private lessons. That's a little tidbit because that's how I learned. And it also helps control your breathing as well. So it helps with other sports as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man.
And it gets you like it's the best. Like, it's the most conditioning to do.
Yeah. So I would tell people for sure if I was to choose sports, it'll probably be track, tennis, basketball, and baseball will be the ones, and then maybe golf. But the only issue is golf is pricier than people think.
Yeah,
so
it definitely can. I mean, they have like certain programs. Like there was at the McDonald's field here, or McDonald's course. Yeah, that's real. It's the biggest one. I mean, it really takes, but it helps you with like discipline and getting your mindset. So having your kid lock into that is a good.
True, but it's also it's also frustrating as well because some people come back and they be right just can't.
But then it's teaching your kid. It's teaching your kid how to work through that frustration. Shoot, for me, when I first when Mark took me to this, because they had this thing for like inner city kids for golf. And for like the first month, I was just like, I mean, I'm still not like, I'm not about to be like, yo, I'm cold. No. But that first month, I could barely even get that ball off the ground. Like I couldn't do nothing. And it was super frustrating because it was like one of the first sports that like just couldn't get the hang of. Like normally, like you that's why like I'm so used to saying like, yo, give me 6 to 8 weeks, I'm gonna kill that. Because like it's so easy for me to pick up a sport, but like for the most part, that one, I was like, why am I not? It's not good. Like, how is this? You know, and then finally I start getting it up a little bit more. Pause. I start like just being able to hit better. Like, and it was rewarding after a while, like knowing that, okay, I stayed down, I stayed disciplined, I didn't quit, stuck to it, even when a whole practice could go by, a whole 2.5 hours would go by, and I ain't did nothing. Yeah. You know, so teaching your kids that type of mindset is, I think that sports not only helps, you know, with just being a good athlete, but just with mindsets, with how to be social, how to handle when you lose, handle when you're not good right away, or, you know, not to just be such a bratty kid, like, because it ain't gonna be that.
Yeah,
it ain't. Like,
I agree. I agree with that, man.
So yeah, I think those unorthodox sports would help with that for sure. Like, shoot, first off, learning how to swim, period. That was kind of hard. I mean, I was 6 when I learned, but like at the beginning, you're not getting it down, all that, and then you finally get that down, and then it's the speed. How do you speed that up? How do you get your strokes just right? How do you do the different stroke? You know, so it's
right.
You know, so it's cool to be like unorthodox. So I think like the tennis of the world. And on top of that, man, you name it sports where they get paid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
Tennis. It is. Shoot, we didn't even say soccer. I mean, because soccer, I think
soccer is a big one too. Endurance as well.
Endurance, footwork, which translates to any other sport as well. Being quick on your feet, man.
Soccer, yeah, I was like, yeah, they can get, because a lot of those European players play soccer and they got some good footwork, like Ginobili's, the Tony Parkers, and
Steve Nash.
Yep, Steve Nash. Yeah, so
shoot, even Kobe, who since he was over there in Italy, played a lot of soccer and his footwork was really good.
That might be a sleeper there. Huh? Okay, I might have to. Yeah, I'll probably put him in there as well. I also play soccer. So
yeah. That's what I thought you would have said anyway, because you actually played more. Like,
see, I don't like it like that. That's the only thing. It's like, I'm also one. I mean, yeah, it's one of those like, hey, it's not just you. That's not stuff you.
Right, I was like, because you're gonna be at your kid's game. You'll be at the kid's game like this nigga, man.
I was like, y'all don't want to play no basketball?
Gotta go to my kid's soccer game. In the championship.
I don't want to play no basketball. He MVP of soccer, but you know. But yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, for sure, when you get to that point, you're just gonna be happy for whatever, man. So, but yeah, for sure, don't be that parent. Definitely introduce them to everything. If you have the means, if they are interested in something, go for it. At least test it out and see how it goes.
Right.
If you don't like it, don't like it. But you know, at least you get.
What if you have a kid, you have a nice little baby boy, you know what I'm saying, look just like you and all that. You're like, oh man, this is me. This is little me, you know. I'm gonna put him in this, you know, all these plans, and he's just like, yo, he's either A, uncoordinated, not really an athletic player, like a kid, or B, he's like, Dad, honestly, I'm trying to be in a play. I'm really big into this orchestra, or shoot, honestly, Dad, magic tricks are my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, what would that do? How would that be for you? Or I guess how would you handle that?
It wouldn't matter to me, honestly, bro. I was like, as long as they happy, able to chase their dreams, like I'm not about to be one of those like, hey, you gotta do athletic, because I wasn't even that type.
Right.
Yeah, I was good at it, but I was still good on the books as well. So it's not like, hey, I need to go this route and stuff like that. Yeah, honestly, it's also better if you have multiple things that's not just athletic as well, because with injuries and stuff like that, it's stuff that's sustained, like you might be done with that anyway. So you want to have multi hobbies and interests that not just athletics as well. It's like, hey, I like doing this, I like building with my hands, I like, you know, music, orchestra, like you mentioned, stuff like that. So I'm like, hey, the drama in plays, if you like the acting, because that's a career if you want to do that as well. So it's a whole bunch of things like, hey, if they are truly interested in it and they're not really just trying to play around, or if it's like, to me, I don't want it to be a cop out either. Like, hey, they actually good at sports. It just now they can have like this mental hurdle there to get by. It's like I just can't get by this, so I'm just gonna go to do this because I'm like I just don't want to do that. So it's like if it's something where they're just not pushing themselves, but they're actually good at it, and as people are coming to you and saying, "Hey, this person actually want to look into this."
Right.
That might be something as well, and then they have a passion for it. I can't force something because if they, I guess it's two different things. If they are good at it, but they don't have passion for it, then now
Right.
to me I'm backing
That's
off.
all.
To me, I'm backing off. Then if they're good at it, they have the passion, but it's some type of roadblock or mental roadblock. It's like, okay, that's what's causing me to fall back. Then I'm gonna push back on them a little bit more and be like, hey, we can get through this. You were good at it, and it's something that you actually like. You've been, playing this. You like this since whatever age. But it's a passion part for me. If you're passionate about something, then that's what I'm gonna go with as well. But you also gotta show me that you're passionate. I don't want to see no like flipping, flopping every 2 weeks.
Right.
To me, that's what I don't want to do. It's like, hey, I like drums. Oh, then now I'm going to do this. I'm like, no, we stick with drums. We got the drum set now. We're gonna at least. I would say at least you have to have some type of trial period starting in where it's like, okay, this is enough to know that
season of
this is enough time to let me know that you do or do not like this. I can't say
right.
After 1 day of training or testing it out or practicing, then you're like, hey, I'm done with this. No, you say you want to do the drama, you want to do the skit, we're gonna learn this monologue. We're gonna have to test this out and we see how it is. You know what I mean? So I think that's what it comes down. It's the passion of it. Proving to me that you're passionate about it. And we go with that route. It don't matter what it is. Because even if I'm not interested in, get interested about it. You know what I mean? That's how it is.
Right, for sure.
Your child's in it. So if my child's in it, then I'm gonna be passionate about it. Now, if they're not in it, then I'll be like, I ain't watching it if you're not in the game. That's how I would be.
That's funny. That's funny. You go and listen. That's like, if I drive you here, let me know if I'm gonna park or drop you off. Did your coach say anything about playing time? Say anything about? Okay. Let me go ahead and park.
No, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about like if like my son is like driving, like if my child, I keep saying son, like I already know, but my child is playing golf, I'm definitely watching when he playing golf or supporting the team, but I'm not turning on golf on my TV just for fun of it. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's real. That's real. I'll turn it on for him. Like he's like, hey dad, I want to watch so and so because I want to watch him. Hey, for sure, man. Get in there and watch that. I'll watch it with you for a little bit, but you know what I'm saying? I gotta do anything else.
Yeah, because that's also a bonding thing too. Could be like, hey, I want to watch this with you, dad. You tell me some pointers or your point of view. I'm like, so.
Well, I don't really know what I'm watching, but you go ahead and teach me, man. Tell me. Yeah, so either way, it can still be a bonding thing.
Yeah, but that's kind of compromise. I mean, that's just parenthood in general or relationships in general. Just compromising like, hey, I know this is not something I'm really interested in, but you are super passionate about it. So I'm going to give you X amount of percentage of myself to look at this. So, and that comes with all facts of life. So it ain't just.
That's real. That's kind of like that what I seen and I sent you yesterday. It was like, I can't remember if it's like a video. I think it was a video where he was like, yeah, do you want to be, he was like, do you want to be right? You're either going to be right or you're going to be happy sometimes. And, in life and, whether it's my marriage or whether it's even sometimes like I've even told some of like my younger brothers and my younger cousins and stuff who have gotten into certain little things in life. I told them sometimes you got to leave your ego at home, man. Sometimes your ego will get you killed, figuratively, and even for some of my friends, literally. So I think about it like, yes, sometimes I'll take it smaller to bigger, like with your wife or your girl or whoever. It could be, man, I really feel like this ain't that big a deal, or I really feel like I'm kind of right here. I feel like she kind of wilding or whatever. You'd be like, you know what? I could keep drilling in why I'm right, you wrong, yell, all that. Or I can just go, you know what? I hear you. I'm listening. I wanna find a solution rather than me tell you and pin it home, rather than, I just want us to be back on cool. So however I can find a way to be back on cool, de-escalate the situation, and I'm all for that. I don't care if in the back of my head I know I'm right. It's whatever. I'd rather be relaxed. I'd rather be calm. I'd rather have peace in the house or in life. So literally like you at the club and some dude bump you, spill your drink on you. Yeah, you can wild. Hey, bro, you in the wrong, man. What's wrong with you? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but now he want to fight, or now he want to shoot, or whatever, or now you getting jumped, or something like that. All because you were right, but he want to trip, and he go, "What you say? Da-da-da, still in your face, crazy." Do you de-escalate? Do you say, "Hey, man, it's no big deal, bro. It's good. Hey, you good, man. I don't even really. This red on this shirt, it's fine. I'd spill this cranberry juice or whatever on my." Oh, this is fine. It's cool,
Right.
Or do you keep confronting him, keep pushing home to let him know, let everybody there know that you were right? And so to me, it's definitely about, sometimes leaving your ego, not letting your ego get you killed, so.
Yeah, I agree with that, man, for sure. Because I'm definitely.
I remember you even said that, because you even said that to me. You was like, because you was like, man, so what? You got to pick between just being wrong and.
Yeah, that's tough because sometimes,
brother.
Yeah, I was like, because like I'm fine with like the compromise, but I'm like, if you super wrong, it's so hard. And I'm not talking about like situational, it's like factual stuff. And I'm like, but Google is saying
Google is right there.
And that's when I'd be like, I gotta let it go, because you can go back and forth all the time. And I know I could be like argumentative sometimes. So I'm like, knowing me, I'm just gonna have to let it go. Because then it was like, we're just gonna keep going back and forth about it. It could be like the sky's blue. I'd be like, sky's blue. And she's like, the sky's, I don't know, whatever color. And I'd be like, Well, if you look at, I don't know.
Yeah, no.
This article. So it's like, you don't have to just, sometimes how you just have to have that resolve in yourself, and it'd be like, hey, and that's what people say all the time, pick your battles.
Yes.
If it's not something super wrong, like if it's not something like super conflicting with you and your morals and stuff like that, then I feel like then that would be something you just say, hey, okay, the sky's wanted to be.
Because listen, man, because your morals, sad sometimes, but like your morals can be way different than someone else's morals. Right. We see that with what's going on in the war. I won't get into the specifics. I don't feel like not on this thing, but whether it's that, whether it's religions, whether it's whatever, whether it's anything, what some people truly, truly, truly believe that they believe is a fact, ain't no swaying, is way different than what could be an actual fact, or what is your version of what you fully believe, and so a lot of times I've started to just saying, I see why you say that. That's my cop-out phrase. Y'all can use it if you want to. I've been using that for a while.
I see what you're doing.
Because man, because I'll talk to some people that's definitely we on opposite sides of maybe politics or our way of thinking or whatever, and I'll just be like, okay, well, yeah, no, I see why you say that, but and then I'll say, just kind of keep the conversation without me going super crazy.
I see your perspective.
Yeah, like no, or it's just saying like no, like because when they say something, you'd be like they could be all the way wrong. Because honestly, slavery, it kind of helped you guys, or something. I've heard some crazy phrases, and I'd be like, ugh, I don't like that. I ain't like that one at all. Hold on, man. Like you don't do that to me, but I'd be like,
in my soul.
Yeah, but like you keep the straight face. You go, I see why you say that.
Hey, what do you mean by that? No, you know.
No, because then they got to think to themselves, dang, hold on. What is he seeing me? I thought we just, am I messed up? Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, you are. So not just I see why you say that, but no, I see why you say that.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know, but some people say something like out of pocket like that, I'd be like, hold on now.
Yeah, no, well, I'll get into it. I'll be like, because then you say, I see why you say that, because a lot of
But
times
sometimes you lose people because you got to be like, you're trying to be informative as well, and not just bash the person for just being wrong as well. So I see what you're saying. Yeah, you definitely can't be like, well, let me show you all these facts. No, it's like,
right.
I acknowledge what you said, right or wrong. I acknowledged it. Now let me give you some more information, whether you take it or not, and we both said our piece. And sometimes you don't come with a resolution, and that's why I have to tell people as well, and maybe myself.
Right.
Just because y'all both said your piece, that don't mean y'all came to a resolution.
I don't mean that y'all both like,
hey, if the goal is that, like, if you like dating or like marriage and y'all need to come to a resolution, then y'all need to come with that. But if you just have
right.
a friend or somebody opposing party and he's like, okay, cool. I said, you said your piece, said mine. We don't have to.
I just know how you think, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
exactly. Keep it pushing. So,
shoot.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, because I even had that with like clients and stuff. It's even harder like with clients because it's like, for me, I normally do not care. Like I don't care. Like if I'm loud in Walmart or something, I don't care about making somebody else feel comfortable because y'all don't care about making me feel comfortable. So, I don't care, I'll have fun wherever I'm at. If we had chicken and pickle, I don't know why we keep getting so much press, but we had wherever.
You better have some type of thing going on with them.
Right. If I'm somewhere and I'm just having a good time, I don't care if people looking over, because whatever, man. That's just kind of how it was. My parents are like that. So they are more exaggerated. My parents and my sister. Mm-hmm. But when they paying you, when you get money from them, you know what I'm saying? Because not every client of mine was like you were. You know what I'm saying? So not every client was, okay, got all this
clicking on.
Oh man, you know what I'm saying? Like some of them is just like, man, I just want to see you right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I got that now. I'm not saying I don't, but just in case people listen. But like, like I got some people that, I do want to hang out with, do want to be around, a little bit. But for the most part, when you think, oh shoot, if I go off too crazy on them, now I'd have lost this money that I'm supposed to,
That's true. That's
so
true. That's
that kind of helped me in my thinking.
That's a tough one because your business don't have no
right.
No, I mean some people do have business that align with your but with your mindset as well. Like some type of have
it could be a faith-based business or something.
That's what I
like
was about to say, faith-based or black empowerment business or black power type, that type of that type of establishment. But yeah, for sure. Like especially with the gym, like it's all walks of life in the gym. Like it's any and everybody,
and you want all the different demographics. You don't want to exclude one or the other. So yeah, I'm not about to wild out on this freak, make this freak feel happy or whatever. Shoot, I even will not saying that because I don't want to not expose myself, but in a sense, I'll remain like kind of chill on certain stuff that I kind of want to go crazy. I mean, if a specific client asks me about it, then yes, I'll talk about it. But I won't go. DINO Fit Dennis here to talk about.
Yeah.
And I think you're wrong. Yeah. I think you're right. You know what I'm saying? So I'll chill, or I won't say nothing about it, about certain things, even things that I'm very passionate about because of the money part about that. Like, I ain't trying to, and I'm trying to expand.
About the business side of things too. Exactly.
Right. You never know who I could end up doing some version of business with, maybe not even like a full partnership, but something to where people could tell a whole group of people not to mess with me or a whole whatever, like,
yeah, that's true, man. You don't want to block no blessings your way, so.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Dang,
that's been a good one, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Kind of different than what I thought it was gonna go, but
and went from basketball to some real talking to what our future kids gonna be playing.
Right.
What we gonna be training them like. So
man. Who you shouting out this week?
This week I'm just gonna go with my boy that I talked about earlier, D'Angelo. I think his IG is Yali Pressure. I'll send it to you, but yeah,
Okay.
bro.
In the
Been rocking with
description
him
below.
since man. Description, go follow him, man. Rock with him since high school. Hoop with him in college a little bit. We was also, man, we used to play 2K a whole bunch while I was out of college as well. So yeah, man.
Okay.
Always basketball fan, he a Cavs fan, but also LeBron fan. So he rock with the Lakers. We definitely gonna have to get him on to talk about some hoops. Hopefully it come to a period when the Lakers are not doing well, so I have him on.
Wow.
I don't
Wow. Okay.
see, yeah, I can't have too many Lakers. I have too many Lakers fans, or that come on when they do it well. So I need to have y'all come back.
That's real. I didn't think about that.
When AD doing on like a little slump or something, I say I need y'all to come on because then we can all agree on the same thing. So
Yeah.
but yeah, man. Hopefully hopefully we can get him on though. But shout out to my boy D'Angelo.
Okay. Shoot, for me, should have said it at the beginning, but I guess I'll say it for the shout out. So I've been having like really bad TMJ for at least the Navy.
I got that as well.
It is so bad.
It clicks, bro. It clicks every time I bite.
Yeah, that, and sometimes it'll just lock up.
See, I don't have that issue, thank goodness.
Now I've had to like pull it open with my mouth or with my hands. Like it's really bad. It's been like that since the Navy. Definitely say it could be like an anxiety thing or whatever. I don't know all the reasons for it. It's also the tightness of the muscles. But either way, all that to say, my boy Cole, one of his clients, JK, he's an orthodontist. And I was talking to him one day in the gym. He's like, "Yo, man, come swing by, man. I can, take a look at it, this and that." I was like, "Well, I don't really got dental like that, So he wouldn't help me out, but so I didn't have to pay too much. And basically I got fitted for this thing, a night guard that I'm gonna wear at night, kind of reprogram the muscles and all that. So that'll be here in a couple of weeks. It'll help me with my lockjaw, it'll help me snore less, it'll help with the relaxation of that. And so yeah, definitely big shout outs to to Dillahay or Orthodontics. Yes, thank you guys. Everyone there treated me really well. Yeah, man. So and then he even showed me like how I guess like I might have like something like with my septum or my nasal passages or something. So I may end up having to get surgery or something. And like he identified that, and I didn't even really know. I just been thinking like, oh well, maybe it's because I don't know, the way my vent is in my room or my weight gain or whatever, like why I'm snoring so bad or why I can't breathe that well and why I haven't had a good night's sleep in a long time. I ain't breathing. Like, and so he identified that. So I'm gonna, definitely get that taken care of as well. And so it's like, man, how will life be like when I can actually breathe? I ain't been like all that time I'm playing basketball, I can't fully breathe. I'm just hooping still. I'm just going through. I'm like, the gladiator dashes that we be running, I can't breathe the whole time. Like,
we're about to come out a new person.
I'm gonna get my black people powers that we were supposed to get on 21st. But
we all waiting on that still. So
right. But yeah, so yeah, once again, big shout outs to them. So if you're in the Wichita area and you need orthodontics help, whether it's braces, whether it's all the things that come with it, definitely check them out. I'll leave the description down below for their website. But yeah, man, it's been good catching up. It's been a couple weeks,
Sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Man.
Yeah. So yeah, whether we chat like bros or I debate you like an enemy, it's all fun and games. Just match my energy.
And we gone.
Just match my energy. Just match my energy. Yeah.